For Alexis McAllister and Guido Rodriguez. Up top, Lautaro Martinez has a repelled as far as Montiel. Here's Di Maria. Beyond Gallardo. Figo de Paul has to settle for a career from wide. Messi. Now a chance for Vega to burst through, but he's left behind a limb, and the referee has penalised him. Hector Herrera didn't see a problem with the challenge and has engaged with the Italian referee. Araujo. Alvarez. This is Irving Lozano. Attacking principally through the inside right channel. And winning a corner from Martinez.
He's certainly not slow, this lad, and he makes...
Vega over it. And this time it was a left-footed delivery, a devilish one from Chavez. Vega looking to find Lozano. Sliding in. Martinez. Acuna. Messi. Vega has snatched it. Up ahead of him is Lozano.
Well, it's early days, but...
Bounced out for Lautaro Martinez. It's come back to Irving Lozano, who is adeptly dispossessed, and there is another crunching tackle from Herrera.
With Argentina in mind. Certainly changes the shape of the attack, but both strikers seen plenty of the ball.
Lozano trampled upon by... Vega over it. Aldado went square. That is cannily worked. Martinez got a second time. And by Herrera. Forward by De Paul. Taken back from Mexico by Araujo. He had to make good his challenge. Well, he took at least as much man as ball. And he... McAllister. Messi. Shifted wide for Montiel. He was imprecise with his cross. De Paul. McAllister. Acuna. Dug out from the byline by Acuna. For Saudi Arabia. And an extraordinary goal from Richarlison. Foul on McAllister. Di Maria dashing off his flank and bursting into life. Doing sufficient to force Alvarez to nick it behind.
Yeah. Di Maria didn't do a lot wrong against Sadio.
Messi flings it in, repelled as far as De Paul. Then he got protection.
Yeah. I think he's just tried to punch this one over the bar, but he gets it all wrong. I'm not sure. There was...
Di Maria. He's left behind Gallardo. Here's Messi now, with his foot on the ball. De Paul has overrun it.
Yeah, one of the few.
Messi. Di Maria with drift. Martinez coming through the crowd. There is Chavez or Vega. It's Vega! It's a smashing hit and a wonderfully clean catch from Martinez, who's got rid in a hurry. Messi. Ronaldo's throw. And out came to Vega. Ambitious.
It was, but...
Di Maria. And by McAllister. Gathered by Messi. Set for Di Maria. Moved on by Messi. Flashed across the face by Acuna and seen behind by Montes.
Yeah,
Messi's delivery. The half-time whistle. It is a game that can barely breathe. It hungers for time and space. A game, never mind the longer or the medium term. It is about the immediate. Lautaro Martinez goes spinning. This time it is no foul. And here is Lozano. Came back to Araujo. Spun in towards Lozano. Martinez comes. Rodriguez, McAllister. Now space ahead of Messi. And Messi can drive and Messi can twinkle. And Messi's ankles are taken away from beneath him by a sliding Palacios. And Argentina have a free kick in a position of huge potential advantage.
Yeah.
How they yearn for a Messi moment. Messi. For a moment. Montiel. Di Maria. And still Angel Di Maria. McAllister chased it in. Montes got rid.
He's been one of the biggest threats, hasn't he, for Argentina.
Outside of him is Acuna. Messi linking it up again. Messi looking to feather it through. Ronaldo is there to clear. Di Maria. Again, Montes, the key centre-half. Here goes Lozano. He is a lone runner. He has no company whatsoever. If he gets a corner out of that, he's done brilliantly. It wasn't to be. Messi, Fernandez, Di Maria, Lionel Messi, Messi's hitting! Oh! That's what they came for! The Magic Man! One more Messi moment, and Argentina are alive.
The noise in here.
Yeah, and thumped rather wildly by Molina.
Yeah, a bit of a wild one, that.
By Chavez, taken back though for Messi, and Messi kept wriggling. And Alvarez kept biting by Palacios. And here goes Alvarez, and Messi's in the middle. It's Alvarez, it's Messi. He couldn't bring it with him. See again. Alvarez. Messi. Sure, blotted out the line at the near post. Jimenez ran into traffic and by Moreno. Morado was protected. Messi has company, a lot of it. De Paul, thick touch from him. Showed just a glimpse of it to Gallardo. Martinez. Acuna. Another corner. They are leaving a man forward who needs attention. Oh, sweet feet, wonderful goal! Enzo Fernandez! And Argentina now surely out of reach. Two glittering gems for the Albi Celeste. Antuna. By Alessandro Araujo, at least to reduce that deficit. As mentioned, Jimenez, still brilliant youth and magical experience.
Have you ever wondered what happens when a defending world champion begins his journey to protect the crown? Not in the final, not in the knockout rounds, but in that very first game. The moment when expectations are at their highest, pressure is crushing, and one mistake can send shockwaves through the entire football world. Because that's exactly where Argentina finds itself. The reigning world champions, the nation of Diego Maradona, the home of Lionel Messi. And now, on the biggest stage once again, Argentina opens its 2026 FIFA World Cup campaign against a dangerous and unpredictable Algeria side. And here's the crazy part. History tells us that World Cup openers are rarely comfortable for Argentina. In 1990, they lost to Cameroon. In 2022, they suffered one of the biggest upsets in football history against Saudi Arabia. So before anyone writes Algeria off, remember this. World Cups don't care about reputations. World Cups create chaos. And Algeria knows exactly how to create chaos. Because this is not just another underdog story. This is a nation whose impact on the World Cup changed football forever. Let's dive into it. As Argentina arrives in the United States for World Cup 2026, all eyes naturally turn toward one man, Lionel Messi. At 39 years old, he continues to rewrite football history. Every tournament seems to add another chapter to a career that already feels impossible. And this match could bring another record. Messi's appearance would place him among the most decorated World Cup players ever and move him closer to several all-time tournament milestones. But what's truly remarkable isn't the record itself, it's how he's still doing it. Most players decline physically by this stage of their careers. Messi adapted. He became smarter, more selective, more efficient. He doesn't need to touch the ball 100 times anymore. He only needs a few moments. And those moments can destroy entire defenses. That evolution may be Argentina's greatest weapon. Because this team isn't built exactly like the 2022 champions. Some veterans are older, some younger players have stepped into bigger roles, but the identity remains. Control the ball, control the tempo, control the game. At the heart of that identity sits one of the strongest midfields in international football. Enzo Fernandez, Alexis McAllister, Rodrigo De Paul. Three completely different players, three pieces of the same machine. McAllister provides intelligence, Enzo provides vision, De Paul provides intensity. And together they allow Argentina to dominate possession while constantly searching for openings. Many teams try to stop Messi. Few realize they must first survive Argentina's midfield. Because if that trio controls the match, Messi usually finds the space he needs. And that's where Algeria could face problems. But before we discuss Argentina's strengths further, we need to talk about the opponent. Because Algeria's football history contains one of the most unbelievable World Cup stories ever told. The year was 1982. Algeria arrived at its first ever World Cup. Nobody expected much, especially against West Germany. At the time, West Germany was considered one of the tournament favorites. Some German players reportedly spoke confidently before kickoff. Many expected a routine victory. Instead, football witnessed a shock. Algeria defeated West Germany 2-1, one of the greatest upsets in World Cup history. Suddenly, the newcomers from North Africa had everyone's attention. But what happened next became even more famous and far more controversial. As the group stage unfolded, a situation emerged where West Germany and Austria knew exactly what result would send both teams through and eliminate Algeria. When they met, West Germany scored early, and then something strange happened. The game slowed to a crawl. Both teams appeared content with the scoreline. The intensity disappeared. Attacks disappeared. Competition disappeared. For long stretches, the match felt like neither side wanted to change the result. Algeria was eliminated. The football world was furious. The match became known as the disgrace of Gijón. The backlash was so severe that FIFA introduced a rule still used today. Final group stage matches are played simultaneously, all because of what happened to Algeria. Think about that. Very few nations can say they literally changed World Cup history. Algeria can. And that underdog spirit still lives inside this team. Fast forward to 2026. This Algeria squad may not have the global reputation of Argentina, but they possess something dangerous: speed, efficiency, and belief. They don't need endless possession. They don't need 30 shots. They only need a few opportunities, and that's what makes them dangerous against stronger opponents. Players like Riyad Mahrez bring experience and creativity. Mohamed Amoura brings pace and finishing ability. Meanwhile, young talents emerging through European football continue to add excitement to this squad. This is a team comfortable defending deep, comfortable suffering without the ball, comfortable waiting for one mistake. And against Argentina, mistakes will be their biggest opportunity. Because if there is one weakness in Argentina's setup, it appears during transitions. When fullbacks push forward, when midfielders commit numbers ahead of the ball, when possession is lost unexpectedly, those moments create space. And Algeria loves attacking space, which raises an important question. Can Argentina dominate possession without exposing themselves defensively? Or will Algeria find a way to punish the champions on the counter-attack? The answer could decide the entire match. But there's another fascinating battle about to unfold. One that may determine whether Messi controls the game or spends 90 minutes fighting for every inch of space. Argentina versus Algeria isn't just Messi versus Algeria. It's a tactical chess match, a battle of philosophies. One side wants the ball, the other side wants the space behind it. And that's what makes this matchup so intriguing. When Argentina attacks, their structure often transforms. Fullbacks advance, midfielders rotate positions. Messi drifts wherever he sees an opportunity. The formation becomes fluid, unpredictable, creative. But every attacking movement comes with risk, and Algeria will be watching closely because their best moments often arrive immediately after winning possession. A quick interception, a rapid transition, one pass into space. Suddenly the game changes. Mohamed Amoura is especially dangerous in these situations. His acceleration forces defenders to make split-second decisions. Step forward and risk being beaten. Drop deeper and surrender territory. Neither option feels comfortable. Then there is Riyad Mahrez, one of the most technically gifted players Africa has produced in recent years. He may not possess the explosive pace of his younger days, but his intelligence remains elite. Give him space near the box and he can create something from nothing. That combination of speed and creativity is exactly why Argentina cannot afford complacency. Because Algeria is not arriving to participate, they are arriving to compete. Still, Argentina possesses advantages almost everywhere on the field. Emiliano Martinez remains one of the most reliable goalkeepers in world football. His reputation in major tournaments has become legendary. Big saves, big moments, big pressure. He thrives on all of it. In front of him, Christian Romero provides aggression and leadership. Nicolas Otamendi provides experience. Together, they form the backbone of a defense that has already conquered the football world. Then comes the midfield, again, because everything keeps leading back to Argentina's midfield. If Enzo Fernandez starts dictating the tempo, Algeria could spend long periods chasing shadows. If McAllister finds pockets between the lines, Argentina's attack becomes far more dangerous. If Rodrigo de Paul wins second balls and disrupts counters, Algeria's transitions become far less effective. And then there is Messi, the player who somehow remains the center of every conversation. Not because of nostalgia, because of production. Because even now, defenders still panic when he receives the ball. Even now, coaches build entire game plans around stopping him. Even now, one moment of brilliance can change everything. That's what makes him unique. Many players influence matches. Messi influences entire tournaments. But football is never that simple. Because World Cups have a habit of producing unexpected heroes. Could Julian Alvarez become that hero? His movement creates space others don't see. His pressing creates opportunities others don't create. He does countless small things that often decide major matches. Or perhaps Lautaro Martinez steps into the spotlight. One chance, one finish, one goal. Sometimes that's all a striker needs. And what about Algeria? Could Ibrahim Maza announce himself to the world? Young players often arrive at World Cups as prospects and leave as stars. Every tournament creates one. Maybe this one does too. That's why opening matches are so fascinating. Nobody truly knows what will happen. The form guide matters. The statistics matter. The rankings matter. And then the whistle blows. Everything changes. Pressure becomes real. Nerves become visible. Dreams become vulnerable. For Argentina, the objective is clear. Start strong. Avoid another opening match disaster. Send a message to the rest of the tournament. For Algeria, the mission is equally clear. Stay organized, stay disciplined, believe. Because football history is filled with giants who underestimated underdogs. And Algeria has already shown before that they are capable of shocking the world. So how do I see it playing out? Expect Algeria to defend compactly and frustrate Argentina early. Expect Argentina to dominate possession. Expect moments where the champions look unstoppable. And expect moments where Algeria threatens to flip the entire script. But over 90 minutes, Argentina's quality should eventually shine through. Messi's intelligence, the midfield's control, the depth of talent throughout the squad. It feels like too much to overcome. Prediction: Argentina 3, Algeria 1. A competitive battle, a few nervous moments, and ultimately a winning start for the defending champions. But perhaps the biggest story isn't the result. Perhaps it's the sight of Lionel Messi stepping onto another World Cup stage. A player who has inspired generations. A player who has already completed football, yet somehow continues writing history. Because one day, these World Cups will exist without Messi. One day, football fans will tell stories about watching him play. But today isn't that day. Today, the journey continues. And as long as Messi is still walking onto a World Cup pitch, anything feels possible. The champions begin their defense. The challengers prepare their challenge. And the world watches. Because this is the FIFA World Cup, where legends are remembered. And history is always waiting to be written.